What's up, everybody? Doomwake here. Welcome to another modern video on the channel. As you can see, unfortunately, my beard hasn't grown back fully in one day yet, so we're going to have to be a little bit patient on that one. But I got some Rhinos for you. This is a slightly different take on Rhinos. You know, I keep kind of like feeling bad that I upload a decent amount of Rhinos videos because I know that a lot of people find the content boring. But to be honest with you, I mean, we keep finding new things and new ways to build Rhinos, and I really do think that, like, this is probably my favorite deck in the format, just the Rhinos deck in general, Crashing Footfalls, and I just really find it interesting that there's just so many different ways that you can go about building it, you know? We've played, Yorion Rhinos with Saheeli. There's just so many different like variations of the Footfalls deck, and this is another one of those that is utilizing yet another different alternate sort of win condition-esque style card. But we have Karn the Great Creator, which is a card that is kind of ubiquitous or was ubiquitous a lot at one point, but kind of has fallen off the map a little bit with Etron on the decline and stuff like that. But it's definitely still a powerful card. And what's really nice about Karn the Great Creator, you might notice that we're only playing with 3 Shardless Agent, which seems kind of weird. But for those of you who don't know, Shardless Agent is an artifact creature. So you can actually get Shardless Agent from your sideboard with Karn the Great Creator. So that's why we have one in the sideboard, it's really awesome. It's something that that didn't like register with me at first glance, and it's super sweet that interaction, because you can just Karn for not only for a threat like a Cascade spell, but also for a colored card that pitches to force of negation. So you can go force pitch the Shardless, and then you can get it again with Karn the next turn. The rest of our sideboard here is we have some additional Karn targets like the explosives, which is good against Death Shadow, Hammer Time, that kind of stuff. It's just a really versatile card. Wormcoil Engine when you need a threat, good against decks that don't have exile base removal like Solitude. Sky Sovereign, mostly here to clean up Planeswalkers. Like, this one's pretty good against Teferi because you can play it, deal 3 to Teferi, which means they can't minus it, and then the next turn you can plus the card on the Skyship and attack the Teferi, which is pretty good. Torpor Orb, which is for Elementals. I know that Torpor Orb messes with Fury, but I still think it's worth playing because it is really, really good against the 4-color Blink decks. We got a Coding, gotta have a Coding with the Karn to make Karn into, Stone Rain every turn, a Needle for Planeswalkers, and a Tormod's Crypt for Dredge. And then the rest of our sideboard, 4 Force, Vigor, 3 Endurance. But that's the Karn package here. That's what we're doing with Karn. And then the rest of the deck, fairly straightforward: 4 Fire Ice, 4 Borrower, 4 Force Negation, 4 Violent Outburst, 4 Footfalls, 4 Fury, 3 Shardless because we need 1 in the sideboard for Karn. We have 3 Blood Moon, which is just, I think Blood Moon is in a really good spot right now, and that's part of why I think Temur Rhinos is really, really well positioned, because it's a deck that gets to play main deck Blood Moon. Even in my standard Temur Rhinos builds, I do have main deck Blood Moon, which is, part of why part of why I like this deck so much. But this is a deck that can afford to play a decent number of basic lands, and also its color requirements are not very strict. So you can get away with playing main deck Blood Moon in this deck. We have 1 Endurance in the main deck, which looks kind of weird, but essentially, if you think about it, I'm going to move this over here, because I want this as a 16-card sideboard. Obviously, you're not allowed to play 16-card sideboard, so what's the 1 card in this sideboard, with not being a Karn target, because you don't want to main deck a Karn target, that is the least embarrassing, and that's what Endurance is. So it's really just an extension of the sideboard. And then rounding out the deck with 2 Prismari commands. I'm not generally a huge fan of Prismari command, but the cost of adding Karn to your deck is cutting down on blue cards for Force of Negation, so you just kind of need more blue cards and red cards so that the numbers make a little bit more sense for Force of Negation. So that's why we have Prismari command. It's just the least embarrassing blue, red, gold card, basically. And then in the mana base, we have the 2 Gemstone Caverns. Again, bunch of forest, two of each forest and island for Blood Moon. Still have the basic mountain, so we can fetch that against burn if we need an untapped red source, like to Heartcast Fury or Prismari Command or something. And then fetches and shocks. So that is the deck list. I am super excited about this, to showcase this to you. This is a league that we played live on the Twitch stream. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. But let's get to some games. I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1.
No double blue is super awkward. I'm going to keep it, though. Run the play. This hand's really awkward, but I think it's okay. Dude, Hellrider plus Colony Garden is not something that I had on my bingo card, so I think you win today, DPJ. Hogak, rest in peace. Ooh, that's not bad. I mean, they're not going to fetch, but... Never mind, they always fetch. How do people always fetch against me? Ever tried main deck Blood Moon? We have main deck Blood Moon in this list. I have been a big fan of Blood Moon. This list has main deck Blood Moon, and my normal, quote-unquote, normal teamer list also has Blood Moon. I mean, I don't want to run out the Borrower when they have a Saga in play, right? I also don't particularly want to play Karn into a Saga. Well, what's the worst case scenario? They go end of turn token, untap token, get a 1-mana artifact, play a 1-mana artifact, attack Karn for 4, and then I can just go bounce. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm just gonna play the Karn, I think. I'm just gonna play the Karn. I'm just gonna uptick it. Needle? I guess Needle's the worst case, but then I could bounce the Needle and use the Karn, right? Even if they do that? If they go get Needle, then I could just go land, bounce... I could just bounce Needle and... Yeah. I guess they could also just counter this, but... Metallic Rebuke, huh? Okay, interesting. Which island is that? Looks like a promo. These are the, are these the Ravnica Arena promos? I want to see these from Ravnica. Attacking again, needling it, so it generates no activation again. Well, if they go end of turn token, untap token, get needle, attack Karn, then I just go bounce needle minus Karn. You know what I mean? How do you fetch Shardless Agent with Karn? It's an artifact. Some clouds for Italian guy. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Shardless Agent is an artifact, so you can get it off of Karn. How do you minus Karn when smacked for 4? It goes to 6. Plus to 6, gets attacked for 4, then I just minus it. I know it goes to the graveyard, but that's fine. I get to at least get 1 activation out of it, right? You're just fearing that thing? I think so, because I can just borrow the Saga token. Feels kind of bad to not suspend Footfalls here, but... Oh, they have another Rebuke. Oh, that sucks. I guess I should have maybe played around that and just suspended Footfalls. That's kind of bad for me. Yeah, either way you get 1 activation, right? But the problem with minusing it that turn is if I minus it to 3, then they just get to attack it guaranteed, right? Whereas, like, in the situation where they don't have a 1-mana artifact in their hand, then they can't really get towards Karn. Do they have a 3rd Rebuke? Doesn't matter, my hand sucks anyways. Joke's on you, have no good spells. I guess they could have a second needle. I'll fetch. I don't even really care if they have a second needle, but... Aether Spellbomb. Okay. I'm going to bounce the Construct now. Because if... It's kind of bad because now I can't hold up Force. I was gonna say if they play a blue source, they can sacrifice the spell bomb to basically counter my borrower, to where I wouldn't get the borrower. But I think I'm just gonna main phase this because they showed us a lot of rebukes, and I want to pay for the Sentinel. Still might have been bad, but I think it's still good to play around Rebuke to where I don't have to force it. But obviously, if they have Rebuke, I could just force it. I think I kind of have to force that. Doesn't exactly feel great, but if I don't force that, they can just bounce the other one. I take 5, I go to 6. I need to find a Fury really badly. So they have no attacks. Fury? 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 Okay, that's not bad. It's definitely not bad. I wonder if they have a third Rebuke, if they just take 8 here. They probably just take 8 if they have a Rebuke, right? I'm still gonna... I guess I could just give them a card. I probably should, right? Give them a card to play around Rebuke. Unless they tap this, obviously, but... Okay. Kind of ecstatic with this. Kind of totally fine with that. Because now I don't have to worry about the Rebuke. And I can just hold this up. They could bounce a Rhino if they want to, but... They're at 15. Alright, I kill a Rhino, that's fine. And I have 13 damage. There's a new Alien RPG and I'm now in possession of the rulebook. Nice. Alright, cast this, they bounce Rhino token. That's fine. This is gone. So they bounce Rhino token, I can attack Tef and attack them for 7, they go to 8. Alright, I'm just gonna hold on to that. Attack Tef, attack you. They probably have more Tefs in their hand at this point. Maybe I should just attack them to 6 and let them have the Tef. Assuming they have another Tef. Because then they probably have to play the Tef anyways. They go plus, play second Tef, bounce here, and I have 5 damage with them at 6. Okay. What's up, Flectival? How you doing today? White blue. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, well, neither Cauldra or Batterskull gets them out of this. Because they're going to be at 3, assuming they don't block here. He tagged me on the Discord. Which tagged me with? Nice. You love to see that. You love to see that. Okay, they're fetching. Why are they fetching? Are they gonna rebuke this? I mean, I'll just pay, I guess. No. They're at 7? What'd they get? They got Batterskull. Alright, attack you. So now, if they don't chump block, they lose. They're starting to slip. I don't think they have force. That is pretty nice. That is pretty good. You love to see that. Number 1. Alright, so opponent is playing blue-white Urza Stoneforge. So I want Force of Vigor. I'm going to cut the Endurance. I'm going to cut the Dead Gons. How good is Force of Negation? I mean, they have Teferi, right? So I probably want Force of Negation. I like Blood Moon against Saga. Maybe Barber's my worst card. Barber's pretty good against Stoneforge Mystic, though. Because you can get the Germ token, whether they get Batterskull or Cauldra. I don't know. I could see Fire Ice being kind of medium, too. You know what I noticed? This list does not have that many green cards. 4, 8, 11... Or excuse me, 4, 8, 12, 15. 15's not bad. Do you need 4 footfalls? I mostly just want to keep them in for green pitches. I'm super low on footfall. I'm super low on green pitches. I just want to keep them in for green pitches. How is Embercleave? This is match number 1 with it. I mean, I just wanted a red card to be able to get with Karn to pitch to Fury. I don't think it's like actually that good. It's more so just a red card that can pitch to. It's a pitch to Fury that can be searched off Karn. I mean, the cool thing is, Karn can also get a green pitch because we have Shardless Agent in the sideboard. I'm going to cut the Dead Gods, I think, and 1 Borrower. I think I like this. I could even see maybe trimming Bloodmoon on the draw. I don't know, it's still pretty good. I say it's really good. I'm going to keep it. I like this hand. Scarecrow better then? Well, you're not playing with Solitude. And you already have the blue-green pitch with Shardless Agent, so you don't really need the extra pitch there. Excuse me. So, like, we're a Temur deck, right? So we don't have Solitude, which means we have the red pitch and the blue pitch and the green pitch covered. So we don't actually need a white card. So that's why I think you don't need the Scarecrow as much. Okay, well, I have to kill the Stoneforge Mystic for sure. Especially if they got Cauldra. I mean, I don't have to, but I think I want to. Oh. Well, that's almost certainly better, right? Wow, that was an absolute beating. Because... yeah, because I can just pitch the Fire Ice, right? And just slam this next turn. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. It's kind of like a 2 for 2, because now they're stranded with a dead Cauldron in their hand. Would have been nice to keep the Fire Ice, but I think it's better to keep the Blood Moon. Especially if they don't have a land here. Okay, they do have a land. They could counter the Blood Moon. It's not that bad if they do. I'm going to get a blue source. Get basic. Because of the Blood Moon. I'm just going to slam it. If they counter the Blood Moon, that means they're not making a Saga token, so... I mean, they might just get a basic land and make a Saga token, but that's also fine with me, because they lose the Saga, so... Alright, they have Rebuke. Or Dispute, sure. I guess if they also have Teferi, this could be kind of bad for me. Just, like, float mana, play Teferi, and then this gets kind of iced. Okay, no Teferi, that's good. Maybe get, like, a Shadow Spear or something. Needle on Karn. Makes sense. We did show them Karn last game. Basic Plains, EE for 0. Sure. I'm just gonna main phase this. I don't want them countering it. Because they have a bunch of counter spells in their deck. Just get the other basic. Trade this Rhinos for the EE, which is fine. We get to play Borrower. I'm going to hang on to that. I'm just going to cast Borrower this turn. I want to get some value out of this. It's not like I'm time walking myself. I still have a card to play, so... They're afraid of Karn. It makes sense. Especially if they don't have a counterspell, right? Makes even more sense. The cool thing is Karn still... Dude, Karn is so good because it just shuts off explosives. Even if I can't use the Karn, it's still really good. Okay, now I'm going to cast one of those. Go. Dispatch. Witch patch. Dat patch. So they go to 11. Should I cast it? Yeah, I think so. Casting it's probably fine. Oh, we know their last card is Cauldra. Right, they have Cauldra in their hand. Right, we know they have Cauldra. I forgot about that. From, like, turn 2. Totally forgot about that. So that's one of their last cards. I mean, if they take 9... I don't know if they have outs now, because now they just play Cauldra and die to Borrower, so... It's even a tap land. It's even a tap land. 1-0. 1-0. 5 heads. Sand's good. Sand is good. Oh. Well, hello there. I'm not going to cast it now, but I'm sure I'll cast it at some point. Oh, they could be playing... they could be playing Blood Moons. That was maybe bad. Maybe I should have got a basic. Because then even if they Blood Moon me, I can still cast Outburst. That might have been stupid. Okay, well. I'm just going to wait to get more out of the Fury, right? Yeah, I'm just going to pass. Alright, so I'll kill these 3. Oh. Guess I'm going to kill these 3. Oh, I guess they get mana this turn. Maybe that was dumb. Maybe they just punted. Okay, well they can't cast Company. Don't you want one of Aspiring Spike's cool trophies? It's not that I don't want it, but... Bold of me to assume I'm not dead, yeah. So this, right? 2-1-1, let them have these 2. Yeah, that's fine. And I'd become a crooked soul. They can chord for 1? What could they get here? What could they get here? I'm not really sure. Another druid, I guess? Okay. Now I just kill these 2, right? Yeah. Your turn. Mercadianer says, okay, let's go. Thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Hope you're having a good day today. Really, really appreciate the 2 months of support. Doom Hype in the chat, please and thank you. Alright, Evil Llanowar Elves. I feel like the bad guy. Whenever I cast Fury against an Elves player, I feel like the bad guy. And I become a crooked soul. You may have a Reclamation Sage. In the end, that I'd become a crooked soul. Why am I the bad guy? This is way more demoralizing. It's not the right play, but it's way more demoralizing. Actually, it might just be the right play. I don't know. Do I want Endurance or Force of Vigor? I mean, Force of Negation's kind of bad, right? I have to assume that Force of Vigor is better. Like a random Endurance in my deck, though? Oh, Blood Moon's also atrocious, isn't it? Okay, let's just do this, then. Force of Negation still might hit Coco and Cord, so... Tribal decks are the bad guys. Well, they didn't attack because they rightfully assumed that I had a Violent Outburst, right? So their no attack was good. Like, I mean, I guess they just lose to the Outburst anyways, but, you know. Remind me why Embercleave is better than Geist Flame, Reservoir, Molten Steel Dragon. I don't know what Reservoir does. I mean, the cool thing about Embercleave is it wins races quicker. What is Geist Flame Reservoir? Hold on. I gotta look that one up. Geist Flame Reservoir. 2 red artifact. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, put a charge counter on it. 1R tap, remove any number of charge counters from it. It deals that much damage to any target. 1R tap, exile top card. Let me play that card this turn. Our song request for channel points is still a thing, and if so, do I just post a YouTube link? Yeah, you can just post a YouTube link. Keep. Am I pitching a Fury? No, I'm just gonna pitch a land. Yeah, you could do YouTube links or whatever. You could do YouTube links. You could just post the name in chat. Either way is fine. Maybe I should have iced there. I don't know. Yeah, whatever's easy for you, honestly. I got red mana. This is their plan against me? This is actually their plan? Okay. Sure. I don't know about that one, but... I don't know if that's a good plan. I mean, I guess they don't really have anything else, right? They probably just lose otherwise, so I guess it makes sense. It's better than no plan, right? It's definitely better than no plan. I'm just gonna hardcast these, if that wasn't clear. Sure. Not through. I just can't. I just can't. I'm literally dying over here. I'm actually dying. Oh, Mercade Eater with the song request. Oh my god. Some Pump It? Alright, I'm in. I'm in. Hold on one second. Eskimo. Pump It in the queue. In the queue. Thank you for the song request. How do you say your name again? Mercadianer? Mercadianer, that's how I'm going to call you. Alright, I'll take 1 damage. Look, you know you're in a bad spot when you're only planning to win against Rhinos and moon them and hope they get mana screwed. What's up, Heretic? Yeah, Mercadian. That's what initially went in my head, and that's what I thought at first. But man, didn't even need to see the other 2 Furies. No lands, huh? Well, 1 land. Shit. Does it make sense to keep the Caverns in this hand? It's a 5-card hand. Okay, chat, what do you think about this? What do you think about just going... What if I put back Footfall's Borrower and just keep 4 lands Blood Moon, and then go Gemstone Caverns, Pitch Breeding Pool, Forest Island, Slam Moon on 2? Is that, like, the best plan for this hand? Honestly, I think it might be. They revealed Kahira. I'm already on 5 cards. I think I'm going to do that. So put back this. Yeah, I think I like this. I think that's my plan with this hand. It's not a good plan, because I'm already on 5 cards, but... Spire Bluff Kahira, huh? That's interesting. What's that mean? Okay. Tilt. I guess maybe they just can't beat a moon? Oh, this is Spike's deck. Oh, Moon's insane against Spike's deck. Right? Oh, you could have Fire Ice. That's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. They have Fire Ice. No Fire Ice. Alright, well, I guess my Blood Moon. Hope it's good enough. Go. Cleansing Wildfires. Well, if they had Wildfire, they probably would have cast it that turn, right? I also need to find a threat and a way to remove the Chalice. Okay, remove the Chalice secured. And I can hang on to this until I find a Cascade spell. Perfect. See, everything's coming up Millhouse, chat. They have Teferi. Drawing the 2 basics is a little bit of a tilter. That's a little bit of a tilter. I'm still going to end of turn bounce the Chalice. Are they going to tuck the Blood Moon? They might. It's actually insane for me if they tuck the Blood Moon, because then I can just go end of turn, bounce Chalice, cast Bar, where kill Teferi, play Shardless. It's actually absurd for me if they tuck the Blood Moon. I mean, I lose the Blood Moon, I guess, but... Are they plus? So, my other problem is, if I bounce the Chalice and they ice one of my basics, I then can't play the Shardless. But I kind of just have to go for it, right? Like, otherwise I'm just falling too far behind. Yeah, I'm just falling too far behind if I don't go for it. Okay, they didn't draw the ice. I'm gonna save that to cycle for sure. Problem is now they can cycle, they can tuck the Blood Moon, which is bad. I don't know if they play Wraths. They probably do, right? Did Spike have Wraths? I feel like he did. The question is, do I want to draw the Blood Moon? I'm sure that I do. This feels like not a great spot, though. It's not ideal. Maybe they have Solitude as well. Oh, man, I got super punished for not playing the Triome. I just realized that, because this would have come into play untap with the Blood Moon, and then I could have played Borrower. I think that might have been a mistake. Like, if I assumed that they were going to tuck the Blood Moon, which I think I should have assumed that they were going to do, yeah, I think I messed that up. If I had played the Triumph, I could have cast the Borrower here. Be a lot better for me. I mean, I can at least take a draw step for now and, like, decide after this draw step if I want to draw the Blood Moon after that. I'll take a draw step. Okay, that's a good draw. That's also absurd because it lets me kill Teferi, right? If they don't have a Solitude. Because I can just send this at Teferi, they block, and then I pump with the Outburst. Oh, but they have the Chalice. This sucks. What matchups for Cat your Rhinos did you like cutting the combo? I haven't cut the combo at all. I trim sometimes. against like faster decks that have a lot of interaction, but I never cut off the combo. Just trimming is the most I ever did. Like sometimes one of each piece if I thought the matchup was going to be super aggressive. But this is so tough. I mean, I can attack. They block. I can cast the Outburst just to get +1/+0 and kill the Tef. That's probably my only way out of this, right? Just hope they have nothing. Yeah. It feels horrible, but... Still gonna keep this to cycle. In the shallow grave. Okay. Well, we went to damage, so Teferi's dead. That's at least a start. They have 1,000 mana, though. They have a second Teferi. Sheesh. Sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. I thought we were just like 100% to win when we played Blood Moon, but they only play one of each basic too, right? I don't think they play that many basics. Just like Natty drew the basics. Alright, well, obviously I should have fetched him response, but I don't think it matters. I'm just on almost no outs. Alright, you win. Yeah, that was a frustrating game. They don't play that many basics, I don't think. I don't think I like Endurance or Force of Vigor, so I'm just going to run it back. Really? I thought Spike didn't have that many basics. I honestly don't know. I haven't looked at the deck that much. Force of Vigor helps with Chalice, though. I mean, I can't cut Blood Moon. I can cut Dead Gone, I guess. Bring in a couple. Bring in 3, maybe, because the Endurance stinks. Sure, that's fine. Because Dead Gone is kind of a bad card. Yeah, I'm down with that. That's probably okay. Yeah, Dead Gone is pretty bad against them. It doesn't even kill Fury. I mean, it kills Solitude, but... This matchup should be pretty good. Especially because Blood Moon is just absurd against them. It's like, I mean, like the control matchup is not ideal, but Blood Moon is just like the stone cold nuts against this deck, this particular version, so. Just gonna fetch basics. I'm actually gonna bleed on Sulphur Falls. Because I want to get Forest on 2. Yeah. And I can't go Forest into Sulphur Falls. 2 island, 1 plains in the most updated list? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Gotta remember to keep that upkeep step on. Karn is, I assume, really good against them. Yes. Yes. This game should be pretty easy. I guess they could float and wear tear, but... if they force it, it's a 2-for-1. You know, not that bad. Especially pitching Deluge. Totally fine with that. Totally fine with that. Lotus Fields. Question is, what am I doing with Karn? Not sure. I hope they play a Chalice. If they play a Chalice, I'm just going to uptick on the Chalice. Oh. Okay, well, new plan. Go. New plan. It's too easy. It's too easy, chat. What are we getting? If they don't force this, which, okay, never mind. Double force. Valakut Awakening. Cool, cool. Please don't draw your island. Og. Easy. Easy. Getting kind of bailed out by the deck a little bit, but... Alright, give me a land. Give me a land, please. I don't really want to pitch Fury when I'm so close to just hardcasting. I could just trade. But trading's kind of bad if I draw land, right? I think I might just pass. I definitely don't want to bounce it, obviously. Kind of want to just pass. I'm just going to take 6. I mean, this is worse if they have a second Fury, but... Alright. Deck. Good draw. Good draw is good. If conceded from the game, let's go. Alright, I'm not going to say we didn't draw well that game, because we definitely drew well that game, but... This looks insane. How do you like it so far? It's been good. It's been good. Karn hasn't come up a ton, mostly because it's gotten countered, or we just haven't had the time to cast it, or haven't needed it, but when we played this deck before, Karn was very promising. It gives your deck another angle of attack, which is nice. It's especially good, like, in the Blood Moon games because, like, if you aren't able to fetch basics early, it gives you something to cast through a Blood Moon, so it makes the Blood Moons even a little bit better, because now you have Fury and Karn, to just hard cast through a Blood Moon, so it's nice. What's up, Dury? I know, I shaved. Babyface Doom. Babyface Doom. Rhinos and Tron, yeah. Ooh. A Gemstone Cavern strategy, huh? So keep this, put back the Triome. Well, exile the Triumph to the Caverns, I should say. Hey, there's no shaved command, I'm sorry. That's fine. Copium, it's fine. I mean, what 2-drops do I really care about? It's more so just cycling this to try and find a Cascade spell. Yeah, it's fine. This gets me closer to Blood Moon, which is probably just lights out. Okay, it's not a Blood Moon. Not bad, not bad. So we can go play this, get a forest. Probably would rather get a red source for Fury. Red-white, Cleansing Wildfire? No. Okay. Get planes. Anything right. Alright, so let's go end of turn. Petty Theft the Chalice. Crack this for red source. My turn. Cast Shardless. Kind of awkward if they play Fury this turn, but... Is that my gangsta name? It is now. It is now. Like, if they just go Land Fury, it's kind of awkward. Fury's pretty good against Rhinos, because it does trade with one Crashing Footfalls. I need a Blood Moon. Them having a tap land is good for us. Alright. Slam for 10. Maybe they cast Solitude here. Or they just take 10. That works too. Forest go. Deluge. Cryptic Command. They are bouncing a Rhino, drawing a card. Alright. Maybe I should have boarded in Dispute, because I forgot about Cryptic too. They have Cryptic and Teferi. Oh no, this list doesn't have Dispute. What am I saying? Yeah. Never mind. We didn't have Dispute. I'm surprised they took the damage. Must mean their hand is good, if they're willing to take that 4 damage there. Yeah, it makes sense. Alright, I would like to draw Fury. How about a Fire Ice? Doesn't really do that much. So they go to 7? I mean, I guess I could have iced the Fury and attacked for 2. Was that better? That might have been better. Because I think I'm just going to ice the Fury in combat, right? If they have a second Fury, I'm in really bad shape, but... And I'll just cast this at a turn. I'll just hard cast it. Well, ordered in 3 forces, drew 3 forces. Think it'd be hold the ice for another turn. Yeah, maybe I should have just taken 6. It's possible I should have just taken 6. Alright, I'm going to cast one of these. Because I got nothing else to do. Did draw the sideboard cards. What is that? What is that song? Alright. Song request from Amalgam. Coming in. Cryptic Command. Bounce the Brazen Borrower. Okay. I don't need to cast the other Force, because if I draw a Cascade card, I can just bounce the Chalice and play the Cascade spell. That's a pretty good draw, too. I mean, it lets them cast Fury, but... if they had Fury, they would have cast it last turn, right? And they also need a land to cast Fury now. Yeah, that was a really good draw. I probably should have left up this. They have Wear Tear. Alright, they have 2 cards in hand. Can let that go, that's fine. I'm just gonna pass. Well, I meant if they had a land, right? What I meant is they could still cast Fury. I meant to say they could still cast Fury even through the Blood Moon. That's what I meant to say. I think I have to get pretty aggressive here, just slam the Borrower. I also might force the Chalice, because that gives me outs if I draw a Cascade spell. Yeah, I think I have to slam the Borrower here. It feels bad, but... because it's not likely to work. But this gives me outs if I draw, like, a Fire Ice or something. Question is, do I force the Chalice now? Forcing the Chalice is good if I draw exactly Shardless Agent. I think it's fine. I have to get pretty aggressive here. Feels bad, but... If I don't pitch Force there and I draw Shardless Agent, it's really bad for me. Oh, they just have Solitude? Oh. Okay. That's a good sign. I mean, they might have They might be looking for Solitude, but... That's a decent sign for me, right? Decent-ish. What's our best draw here? I think our best draw is probably Violent Outburst. Actually, that one's not bad either. I have to attack them, I think. Okay, go. They don't have another Fury. I got 2 Fire Ices left to draw. I mean, I guess they could just tuck the Brazen Borrower if they have nothing, but... Yeah, I got 2 Fire Ices left. Cascade spell is a fine draw. If they cast Chalice, I'm just going to let it go. If they hard cast Deluge... If 4 cards in hand, the problem with letting this resolve is they can find Solitude. I think I'm supposed to counter this. Because I can't force Solitude. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Well, the issue with that is okay, so let's assume they miss on this Deluge, and they have to flashback the other one. I can counter the other one, which gives them more looks, right? So maybe it's better to counter the flashback one, because that gives them 7 looks as opposed to 4. Sean Bruno, thank you for the bits. This is so tough. This is so tough. What do you think, chat? I kind of want to let this go. God, it's so close. It's so close. This is like going to decide the game. They also might just not have a land. Because if they don't have an untapped land, they can't flashback the other Deluge. Right? Yeah. This is so tough. Yeah, this is really tough. It's a super close decision. Okay, that's good. They don't have a land. Or they don't want to risk... Oh, it's a shock land. Okay. Alright, Fire Ice, Fire Ice, Fire Ice. It's pretty good. That is a good draw step. It's definitely a good draw step. I mean, now they can flashback the Deluge, but they can't flashback the Deluge and hardcast Solitude, right? Because it's 3, 4, 7... Unless they have an untapped land. Is hardcast Solitude even good enough? So they go kill a Rhino, block here, block the other Rhino, go to 5 and take 3. It is good enough. So hardcast Solitude would be good enough. Yeah. Hardcast Solitude would be good enough. Yeah. Let's see if they have the untapped lands. If they don't have an untapped land, I think we win. Oh, they could have Cryptic. They could tap my team. Yeah, they could tap the team to buy a turn. Which it seems like that's what they have. Yeah, they have Cryptic. Okay. Oh, this game is so close. I assume they just tap draw, right? Maybe they tap bounce. Okay. Go. This is slipping away, chat. This is slipping away. This game has been really close. I feel like it's slipping away from us. Okay, they plus. Typical land draw. I mean, I got so lucky to win game 2. I can't even be mad. I got absurdly lucky game 2. Okay. That can't be good for us. If their hand's bad, they just get to draw 7 cards. They kept 3 cards. Yeah, I feel dead. Let's draw Fire Ice. That's not a good sign. The fact that they're pitching this when they have 5 mana, because they're probably holding up multiple counterspells or something. Chef 2 Furious. Yeah, it's not good. So we have to find Fire Ice and hope they don't have Force, which they haven't gone. They have not cast a Force yet this game, so it's probably hopeless at this point. No. Drawing 2 lands at the end there obviously is not going to do it. That was a good game, though. Very, very diligent. I can't get got. Basic Island. Basic Island, huh? Murktide? Probably Murktide. This routine is hell. Haven't heard of them either. The lack of hair is shocking. Yeah, we don't talk. I lost a fight with a razor. Okay, it is what it is. I don't actually want to fetch yet because I kind of just need to find lands. So I feel like every time I keep a 2-lander on the draw, I never draw a 3rd land. It's my experience. Oh. That is not what I expected at all. Not that I'm upset. I think that might be better for me than Murktide, but I'm not going to force that. Yeah, 1 bird. Even if they cast 3 spells, I can just bounce the bird. I know that one. Dude, I want to force this so bad. I feel like they don't have a land. Why do I feel like they don't have a land? I might try to work on those at some point. I know I keep saying I'm going to work on them, and I keep kind of putting them off, but some other stuff comes up, and then I get sidetracked. I think if I do sideboard guides, it's not going to be like the in-depth stuff. It might just be like just strictly sideboarding plans. You know what I mean? Just to have something, and not like super in-depth like the other, deck guides are. I want to force this. I don't know if that's right, but I want to force it. It's an aggressive force, but... Alright, I got Jabaited. They had a land. Jabasted. When did that emote come up, by the way? I saw this in somebody's chat the other day, and it's just like the best emote of all time. Like, when did that become a thing? It's such a good emote. Have I trophied the card edition? No. Not with the card edition yet, no. Which list are you playing, though, YT? Are you playing Karn, or you want to play Saheeli? There's water in my lungs. Give me a land. Land! Land! Yes! 2 free for the bean. 2 free for the bean. Dude, imagine a world where they don't Phoenix me, and then I just, Karn for Tormod's Crypt. Sheesh. Everybody knows before color your Rhino, so I kind of want to bring something to the table for this one. Nice. You thinking about playing the Karn version? Gotcha. We just trophied with Saheeli. I don't know if you just got here, but we trophied with Saheeli earlier in the stream. That list felt really good. It was a nice league because we really got to use, all parts of the Buffalo, and like Saheeli and Felidar Guardian, we did combo, but they both came up individually as just like good cards. So. Gotcha, yeah, okay. I gotcha. Prismatic Ending. Demolich. Stop, please tell me I am not undone. So I could Blood Moon and cut them off of Faithful Mending / Prismatic Ending. I could... Honestly... You know what? What if I just go Fury, Pitch, Blood Moon, attack for 6, they go to 7, end of turn Borrower, untap, bounce the Demolich after they recast it? Yeah, that's a good line. That is a good line. That is a sick line. Yep, I like that. I like that line. Take another side. Just have a lot of Hammer and Grixis players in your local meta. Yeah, so it might make more sense to play 60 cards at that point because of how good Force of Vigor is in the Hammer Time matchup. Although, I do think that the 80 card Yorion version with Solitude is probably a little bit better suited against Grixis. Like, specifically Shadow because of how good Solitude is against Shadow, but... And against just, like, the Lurrus decks in general, having access to more threats in Yorion, you just go over the top of them. So, alright, they get a Salvaging. Probably going to get a Phoenix back here, but I don't know if that matters too much. Maybe it does. Okay. Still only one Phoenix. No Prismatic Ending either. Is that 4 spells? I think it's 4 spells. Manamorphose, Salvaging, Consider, Thoughtscare, yes. They can play Demolich. I guess they could have another Demolich in their hand? We'll see. Okay, still no second Phoenix. Man, they've gone through 33 cards and have only found 1 Phoenix. That's pretty good for me. You have a janky deck for me? What's that, Sleers? How would Kataki against Hammer be as a cascade target for 80 like Firewalker is for Burn? I don't think it's quite good enough. The thing about Kataki is, like, they can easily kill you through a Kataki. It's not that difficult for them to do that, you know? So I was never a big fan of Kataki against them. Like, if you can do it for free, then it's probably fine, but... Just as, like, you know, a card that is your sole game plan, I don't think it's enough, you know? Oop, I didn't mean to reveal my hand. Every time... Hold on. Zeus, thank you for the 7 or 8 months, excuse me, says, yo, appreciate the 8 months, buddy. Hope you're having a good day today. Alright, so Blood Moon out, Endurance in. Easy clap. Submit. Yeah, it's like Kataki, like, Kataki is fine against Hammer, but you have to have something else to go with it, you know? It's like, you need Kataki plus something else. If Kataki is literally the only card you have in your sideboard against Hammer, it's going to be nowhere near good enough. Like, I forget exactly what deck I was playing, but I think I was playing Humans, and there was a game where I was on the play, right? And my opponent went Land, Inkmoth Nexus, Springleaf Drum, Ornithopter, Sigarda's Aid, right? They went Inkmoth Nexus, Springleaf Drum, Ornithopter, Sigarda's Aid. I played a Kataki on turn 2, and I died the next turn. Like, literally. I just died. Is Oof better than Kataki? I mean, it's probably better, but it's still not good enough by itself, you know? Why is there a Shardless Agent in my sideboard? Because you're playing Karn. Shardless Agent is an artifact. Sleers, thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate you. Chat, don't forget to use your Twitch Primes. Yeah, it's really cool that Karn gives you access to that. It's super sweet. Yeah, Oof stopped some of their stuff, but it doesn't stop, again, it doesn't stop nearly enough, I think. I don't plan on ever casting Embercleave. It's literally just there as a card that Karn can get that pitches to Fury. I don't plan on ever casting it. It's literally just there for the pitch. I mean, it's kind of castable, you know. I don't know if it's ever going to come up, but it's kind of castable. When will enough be enough? Cast with Rhinos for big boy Rhinos, yeah. Double strike, or give trample and +1/+1 to Fury, hello? What's the red-green mana artifact post? It's, Firewild Border Post. But the thing is, you want it to be red and blue. So, like, ideally, there would be a red-blue artifact, right? Like, if there was a playable blue-red artifact, because that's the colors you want. Green doesn't matter as much because green is your sideboard cards. You don't have any green pitches in your main deck. It's just Endurance and Force of Vigor, which is in the sideboard. So, ideally, you would want the pitch card in the sideboard to be blue-red so you could pitch to Force and Fury game 1, right? Can you replicate Shattering Spree when you Cascade into it? Yeah, but that's mana intensive, right? You don't want to be doing stuff like that. Alright, get these Phoenixes out of here. Not today. Not today, opponents. Not today. What was wrong with Reaper King? Well, it wasn't that there was anything wrong with Reaper King, it's just that we don't have Solitude anymore, so I didn't think that it had to be a white card. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think the card that you're more likely to cast often, like, Fury is the most important of your pitch cards, and you don't have Solitude, so you didn't really need the full 5-color aspect of Reaper King, but ideally, there would be a blue-red or Temur artifact. That would be the most ideal spot. But red-green is just kind of like, you know? So we were basically trying to find, like... We were trying to find, like, the red artifact that was the least shitty. That's kind of what we were doing with the Embercleave spot. Thought about Hammer of Perforos as well, but... My card's kind of medium. Man, Endurance is fucking brutal against this deck, huh? I look 10 years younger. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I feel like that's a bad thing, but I guess it depends on who you ask. Right. I guess I shouldn't have suspended Rhinos. Step forward and 2 steps back. So they go to 7. No, they have Path. Good God. I don't know why they brought in Path. I feel like Path is kind of bad against me. And it looks good this game. Good-ish, because I'm flooding, but... It's the way that I want. Oh no, chat's gonna start calling me a Zoomer. I'm not a Zoomer. Is Transguild Courier too bad? I mean, I would still rather just play Reaper King at that point, right? Although, I guess if you're playing 3 colors, Reaper King is, like, basically uncastable, so... Bad thing if you're going into a bar. Yeah. Alright, how many lands do I have left in my deck? Not that many. I'll take a Karn. Karn? Hello? Mod check? No, not a Karn. I think I'm gonna lose this game, somehow. Well, I mean, the reason I'm losing this game is because I drew 10,000 lands, but... So it's not, like, surprising that I'm losing this game by drawing this many lands, but, you know. I do have spells in my deck, right? Let's check in. I think I have spells in my deck. Ooh. It's a good card. That is indeed a spell. Molten Steel Dragon? You could do that. Somebody suggested Molten Steel Dragon earlier. Maybe that one's better than Embercleave. I still think Hammer of Perforos is probably better than all of them. If you wanted it to just be specifically red, you know? You want to put 4 borrowers and cat rhinos for early spells. Is 3 of each combo piece still worth it? I would prefer to play 4. I tried trimming on Fire Ice for a little bit, which might be okay. But I went back up to 4 Fire Ice. I think if you wanted to trim, I would trim a Fire Ice. Like, if you wanted to, you could go 3 Fire Ice, 3 Borrower instead of 4 too. But 0/1 drop, 6/2 drop seems so light. Well, the thing is, it's not though because you have Solitude, right? So you're giving up, you're basically trading Dead Gun for Solitude. So it's like you have more early interaction, or you have like the same amount of early interaction because you have Solitude, right? If that makes sense. If I draw Karn, dude, can I Embercleave the Fury? You have exactly enough mana? Oh my god. If I draw Karn, I'm getting Embercleave. Karn me. I guess it's probably not good enough, right? Well, this is coming off suspense, so it might be. Karn. Okay, late to the party. Late to the party. I will attack. It's definitely a good draw because I can shut off their Demolich if they don't block. Because they might not block, assuming they get the trigger Demolich. Alright, so they go to 4. I'm just going to pass. I was debating between 4 Bolt or 4 Fire Ice until I actually played with them. Fire Ice. Oh, Fire Ice is absurd. If you're playing blue and red, you should be playing 4 Fire Ice. I don't even think it's close. The card is just so good. I could even see, like, Murktide playing that card. I don't know why they don't. I mean, I guess it's a little mana inefficient, but... Sure. They discarded a Lich. How many spells did they cast? 1, 2, 3. Do I Endurance now? Because if I Endurance now, they can't cast the Demolich. If I let this resolve, they can play the Demolich from the graveyard. Which is why I would want to Endurance now. I think it's fine. How about Slash Panther? I mean, isn't Embercleave just better? Or, like, Hammer of Perforos? Slash Panther's kind of a meme, right? They put a card on top. They probably have Ending, right? How many endings have they gone through? Yeah, this would be number 3. I mean, this was the worry, right? Because now they can attack and ending this. But then I could just take 4. Oh, then they could chump block and go to 1. Yeah, so this isn't lethal. It's not good. Yeah, because they just attack ending this. I guess I could... No, because if I trade, they... Oh, no, if I trade, they can't recast it, right? Yeah, and they have 1 card in their hand? I might just trade. Because they're definitely going to ending the Rhino. feel like trading is good. Like it gives me the same amount of outs, right? Because the Fury is lethal regardless. I think trading's good. Mizium Tank. 1 RR artifact vehicle 3/2 and you cast on creature spell. The problem with that is you need to draw additional spells. It's actually better to ice this because I get to cycle if they have a bolt. Got the GGs. Crew 1. Yeah, it's got a cheap crew cost, which is good. We're just playing a fun match. Oh, he's playing Crabs? Crabs is not a great matchup. My Doomwake's younger brother? Maybe. I'm Doomwake 10 years ago. I thought Reaper King was the meme lord. Well, at least Reaper King is like castable in a 4-color deck, whereas it's not really castable in Temur. If I fetch main phase... I think I'm going to fetch main phase. It decreases the likelihood of him being able to cast Archive Trap. Because if I fetch on his turn, then, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? Or he's just not playing mill and I get baited. What's up, Wire? Didn't fetch. So he's just not playing mill. So I got jebaited. I got jebasted. Can we get some jebasteds going in the chat? Lightning Spear. Well, it has to be blue and red. Or ideally it's blue and red. I mean, I hope he just casts Tasha's Hideous Laughter because I just respond to cast Outburst. I think I'm fine with that. I am the stone below the water. How many cards? 11 cards. That's not bad. And they only hit 1 Footfalls. So, yeah. Ooh, do I Karn him or do I just play more Rhinos? I think I just play more Rhinos, right? Yeah, because Karn's not really getting that much anyways. I'm just gonna play more Rhinos. I have to assume this is just lethal, right? Nope. Yeah, Skyclaw's the only is-it one, I think. Well, that's not true. There's the shitty sword, right? The blue, black, black, red one that we looked at. I mean, obviously that's uncastable, but... What's the third one? Skyclaw Thrash, the sword. What's the third one? I don't know what the third one is. Drag the lake. Oh, Reaper King. Yeah, sure. Drag the lake. The people demand the thrash. Can only hope you're talking about the Killer of Kings. What do you mean? What did you just realize, Eli? Yeah, Unscythe. Oh, yeah, no, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah. Is it? Yeah, it's How do you spell it? Unscythe? Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. The Killer of Kings. I didn't know the name of it. Creature's supposed to think posting his first shiny rare creature not damaged by a creature's turn. That card is fucking terrible. That's a real card? Holy shit, that card's bad. Wow, that is bad. I'm sorry if you're an Unscythe fan in chat, but wow, that card is bad. It's an artifact thrash that makes it thrash metal. Oof, I like that. That's nice. All right, what are you bringing against Mill? Haha, endurance XD. Just submit 63. I don't think I want force, and I want to keep these for Karn. Just ruin the careers of all Unscythe fans? Yeah. Alright, I have endurance in my opening hand, I keep. And they shut us down. And if it fell apart, I know it should be nowhere to be found. Just gonna chill. I like chilling. We chillin'. I think I'm gonna fetch on their upkeep. And then if they trap me, I can force it. No, because I'd be out of blue card. Okay, that's bad. Just gonna wait on the... Just gonna wait on that then. I guess I could pitch the Shardless. Maybe that's not bad. I don't really want to pitch the Shardless. I mean, the Shardless is pretty irrelevant, right? I'm just gonna do this. Because then next turn I can just go Misty, crack on their upkeep, outburst with... Okay, yeah, that's good. That works. Where were you? Yeah, Transcode Courier works too. There's also the Sphinx. What's it called? Sphinx of the Guild Pact, I think it is. But yeah, there's the Sphinx too. How many lands did they mill? They milled a Stomping Ground. Alright, so I still have a Breeding Pool. Alright, so let's get Breeding Pool off of this. Yeah, it pitches to everything. Well, the 5-color cards pitch to everything, right? It's kind of awkward. If they fetch, I kind of want to respond. Okay, good. They didn't fetch. I guess they might just respond to my fetch. They didn't. Alright. You may proceed. I'm just going to try to fight over endurance at this point. It's the first Footfalls they milled. I still have a lot of basics in my deck. I'm just going to cast Outburst DOT. Oh, come on. You want to attack me. Wow, no attack. Attack last turn, but didn't attack this turn? What a coward. What a coward. Chat, go into Tutor stream and tell him he's a coward. Just resolved? Alright, bet. Alright, bet. I'm in. I'm just gonna chill here. I'm gonna hold this up the whole game. I'm just gonna hold it up the whole game. Well, I guess I should say hold up this plus force. That's what I meant to say. My turn. Deck you. To whom it may concern and the tragic we've been through. 8, yeah. Not Izzy, but Geist Flame Reservoir. Somebody suggested that earlier. Wow! Echoing Truth, huh? Well. That makes things awkward, huh? I didn't know about that card. If I force this and they have a counterspell, it's pretty bad for me. If I cast Endurance, or excuse me, if I cast Shardless Agent and they have a counterspell, it's pretty bad for me. I mean, I guess if I force... What if I just let this go and play Karn? How good is that play? What if I just did that? You know what? I kind of like that. I'm going to let this go and play Karn. I think I like that. Yeah, I'm just going to play Karn. I know you better than anyone. And I'm probably just gonna minus for a Shardless. Because I just want a green card to pitch to Endurance. He said that's not Rhinos. I said, are you sure about that? Alright, milled. I could Endurance now while they're tapped out. Nah, it's bad if they have visions, though. If I proactively Endurance and they have visions, it kind of sucks. I'm just gonna wait. You know, Witchbane Orb in the board? Witchbane Orb doesn't work against Crab and Laughter, though. I think that's fine. Just get a forest? Maybe I should get an island. Nah, because I can just pitch cast. I can pitch cast forest. I think it's better to get a forest. I think it's more important to hardcast this. He's got 4 cards in his hand. If he ever taps out for Luris, I can just hardcast the Endurance. I think I'm just going to play Shardless now. How many Footfalls do I have left? I still have 2 Footfalls left, right? No Exiled. 1, 2... Yeah, so let's go... Should I minus for a Needle? If I had an untapped land, I might have minused on for Chalice on 1. I could Needle Field of Ruin. I could get Tormod's Crypt. I could also just plus. What's the Surge go with Split Second? Extirpate. I don't know if he plays Extirpate. We win next turn with Embercleave. I mean, I'm just going to cast Shardless. Oh yeah, I need blue mana. Cast this. I think it's fine if he counters this. He doesn't. Alright, I'm just gonna plus on nothing. Play this and pass. It is like a carousel. And I still have Endurance plus Force up if I absolutely need to. I don't have double... Well, I do have double blue for the hardcast Force on my turn. Okay, Crab's fine. Alright, does have Field of Ruin. Maybe I should have got the Needle. I think that was bad. I think I should have got the Needle. Because now I have no basics left. Well, actually, that's not true. Because I could Endurance. Yeah, what if I Endurance here to get a basic left? To get a basic back. I think now's a good time to do it. I mean, he does get to mill me for 6 more. I think it's pretty good, though, right? I think I like doing it now. Just pitch this. Yeah, because then I get a basic. He said boo. Tutors is great. Oh, I fucked up the order. I should have evoked. I fucked up the stack. I should have evoked it, had it die, and then shuffled in. That was bad. Misclicked. It's fine. Alright, get an island. Yeah, I know. Wrong order. It was bad. It was bad. It's fine. We're okay. I mean, it's definitely not fine, but... This is kind of an aggressive force, but I like it. Oh, we get the cleave, right? 5, 10, 16. Yeah, we get the cleave. I'm fucking getting the cleave. I don't even know if it's right, but I'm getting the cleave. I'm getting the fucking cleave. I don't know if it's right, but I'm getting the fucking cleave. Believe in the cleave. Can we get some smorks in the chat? Any smorks in the chat? Any smorks in the chat? What's this? Is murderous cut? Alright, whatever. Fine. Take 6. Fine, take 6. Go. Field of Ruin? Uh-oh. Boo. You think I wasn't gonna get the cleave? I gotta get the cleave. I have to get the cleave at least once this league. Oh, man. Karn also shutting off explosives. Let's go. That's a good way to end the league, right? That's a good way to end the league. The cleave and the Karn shutting off explosives. That's hot.